Welcome everyone in our new video on interline agreement. So this is one of the most common term used in airline industry, and in our previous video we learned about codeshare agreement. In this we will cover interline agreement plus what is the difference between interline and codeshare. So let's start. Let's go with the example. Suppose there is a traveler John and he's traveling from Bangalore to Dallas. So while looking for different available options, he find this combination is the cheapest one, where he has to travel from Bangalore to Dubai, Dubai to Frankfurt, and then Frankfurt to final destination Dallas. So as you can see, when he's traveling from Bangalore to Dubai, he's taking Emirates flights 1, 2, 3, 4. Then from Dubai to Frankfurt, he's on Lufthansa flight, and then finally on Frankfurt to Dallas, he's taking United Airlines. So what will happen if there is no interline agreement between these carriers? So John has to check in at Bangalore, then he has to again check in at Dubai, and then he has to again check in at Frankfurt. So he will collect boarding passes at all the two connecting points. Also, John has to drop his baggage at Bangalore. He has to again drop his baggage at Dubai, and then again he has to drop baggage at the Frankfurt airport. Plus he will have 3 separate tickets. The fare will be costly, and in case Emirates flight is delayed, Lufthansa flight, and he misses Lufthansa flight at Dubai airport, Lufthansa will not provide him rebooking free of cost. So overall this option, if there is no interline agreement, will be hectic for John. Now if there is a interline agreement, so what is the benefit for John? John will check in at Bangalore airport up to his final destination, that is Dallas. He no need to again go to check-in counter at Dubai and Frankfurt and collect his boarding passes. At Bangalore only he can do check-in up to final destination. Also he can drop his baggage at Bangalore airport, then no need to again collect and drop the bag at Dubai and Frankfurt. So it means he has to drop baggage only at once, and then it will be managed by partner airlines ground staff at the respective airport, and then they will put in next flight so that it can be collected at the final destination. And also the one advantage, the biggest one, is if in a scenario where one of the carrier got delayed, for example here Emirates got delayed, then Lufthansa will provide the rebooking option at free of cost. Okay, so this is we understood with the example. Now what is the industry definition of interline agreement? Okay, as you can see the pic here, this ticket has 2 different carriers and it's a single ticket, but it has 2 different carriers here and both of them share a interline agreement. Okay, so basically interline agreement offers passenger to book more than one airline to reach his final destination. Also it allow passenger to hassle free baggage transfer, and also the one time check-in. These are the definition as per the industry. So passenger can travel from one flight from one carrier, or plus also the another flight from another carrier, without having to gather his boarding pass at each connecting point. As I explained in previous slide, it will be one time check-in, and also as we discussed previous slide, rebooking will be free of cost. Now what is the benefit of interline agreement for passengers? Till now you already understood it, but let's discuss in detail here. Convenient route. So for a passenger who is traveling on long route which involve multiple connections, due to interline agreement, passenger no need to collect collect or drop baggage again and again at the connecting points. No need to do the check-in again, and the baggage staff will take care of it. Plus, as we saw, if one flight got delayed, other option is available. Attractive fares. So definitely if there is an interline agreement between the carriers, so if you book individual flights, the fares are, you have to pay individually, which is higher. But since there is an interline agreement between the carriers and you are booking end to end, the sum of the combined fare is cheaper than two independent fare. So it's again a win for a traveler to get a cheaper fare. And in addition to the same point, second point only, traveler would not have to pay two separate fares on each carrier flight. Also, there will be no separate three tickets. There will be only one ticket generated which has both the flight segment. And later, as per the IATA, and there are different ways how the carriers involved will share the revenue. So there's a different kind of agreement there where partner airlines will share the revenue. That is going to be a separate topic. We will surely make a video on that as well. One time check-in, we understood. Automatic baggage transfer, we know that ground staff of respective airline take care of it. And then possibility of rebooking. So these are the benefit for passengers. What is the benefit for airlines? First of all, revenue income. So since the airlines have a interline agreement, they will offer a combinedly, they will offer a more competitive fare as compared to the carriers which are flying individually. So definitely, if when we go for booking a ticket, if we see we are booking from end to end destination and fare is less as compared to the carrier, if we have to book two flights to reach our destination, we will definitely go for the cheapest one. Long haul carriers add more passenger to their flights. As we saw, sorry, if passenger is traveling from long distance which involves multiple connections, if there is no interline agreement, it will be a hassle or the hectic travel for the passenger, because he has to do check-in at all the connection point, he has to collect and drop baggage again. So for long haul carriers, passenger usually look for a flights where they have to just check in once and drop baggage at only once at the origin point. Simplified customer baggage management. So it saves the cost for airline. They no need to put their ground staff at each airport to collect the bag and drop and put it in another connecting flight. Because of interline agreement, the partner airline ground staff will take care of transfer of baggage. Rebooking of passenger. So suppose in our first example, Emirates flight got delayed from Bangalore to Dubai, and now from Dubai to Frankfurt there is no, the next flight for Emirates is also missed. But since Emirates has interline agreement with other carriers, suppose Lufthansa, so they can provide the free of cost ticket in the partner carrier. Gain market share, definitely. If you offer more route option, cheapest fare to travelers, you continue and you are making your brand presence, so you will gain the market share because you are offering more options. Now we understand benefit for airlines, we understand benefits for passengers. So what is the difference between interline agreement and codeshare agreement? Okay, let's understand the first line. Codeshare is a way for airlines to share flights. It means there is one carrier which is actually operating, but in codeshare there are multiple carriers who are marketing it. So if suppose Emirates is operating a flight from Bangalore to Dubai, but maybe Air France can also take a booking for their travelers with their flight number like AF234. Similarly, Air Canada can also take it like AC1234 something. So here codeshare is a way for airlines to share flights. Interline is a way for a customer to share airlines. It means in our itinerary, as we saw, John has multiple airlines in a single itinerary. So we are sharing the airlines there. But codeshare is more for airlines to use the other operating carrier and give with and sell it with their own carrier code. That's why it says codeshare. Okay. Again, even though we are discussing difference, but in both the cases, you can check in at one time at origin. The baggage handling and everything will be taken care. And as we saw in the first point only, we discussed Codeshare agreement offers airline the ability to use one flight operated by a partner carrier with multiple flight numbers. So as I said, Air Canada will use its own number for selling it, then Air France will use own number, Air India will use their own number, but actually the flight is the machine, the aircraft belongs to Emirates and they are the operating carrier, which is the partner airline. Interline allow passengers to book multiple segments on multiple airlines and baggage to transfer between airlines. One good thing is if it's a code share agreement, and the passenger who are frequent flyer can still get the miles credited in their frequent flyer account. So even though it's Emirates operating carrier, but Air Canada, which is marketing it with Air Canada code, any passenger who travels on this flight will get the frequent flyer miles credited in his Air Canada frequent flyer account. Plus, if Air Canada offers ancillaries like priority checking, first bag, priority boarding, and all those ancillaries are still available in case of codeshare. Because imagine from a passenger point of view, they are seeing the flight number as Air Canada 1234. So for them, it doesn't matter who is operating, but it's Air Canada flight. So they get all the perks, all the ancillaries, frequent flyer miles, everything same, like how the original Air Canada flight operates. In case of Interline, you will not get the frequent flyer miles and all. Okay, and even the ancillaries and all will be depend upon the partner carrier. So that the carrier which is operating. Okay. So hope I think after this video it's clear to you what is the interline agreement, how it is beneficial to passenger and airlines, and what is the code share and interline agreement difference. In our next video we will cover what is wet lease carrier. We will also come up with a video where we see how ticketing is done in interline and how revenue is shared between different carriers. Thank you. If you need this slide or presentation, please comment in my video. I'll definitely share it with you. Thank you.